Hello, welcome to an episode of Planetary Annihilation Titans with me, Dan. This is a 1v1 on the Plenty planet, which seems to be coming up plenty of times in Ranked at the moment. I don't know what's changed, but I've played this more than any other planet in Ranked recently. It's a quite tricky planet. Metal spots are spread out everywhere. There are some sort of routes like this which are quite good to lock down. There's quite a lot of metal there, and there's metal all over the place. Now this is a game I've just played with me and Zypher, and I thought it was actually quite a good game. It was scrappy. There was a lot of units everywhere, and it was just good fun. So I thought I would post it before my memory fades on it. So Zypher has gone. What we got? So bots, metal, power, air. Interesting on the power there, and that's actually put me ahead. If you see in the mini picture down here, I'm getting units out already. I'm going to try and do a spark drop, yeah, you'll see what happens there. So we've got from Zypher, he's going. He's killed his Q by the looks of things. He's got rid of his Q. There it is. Sorry, that was a bit weird. So there's more power, and then vehicles for days there. He's getting some scouts out. And then on my side, I have got my Q is so bots. Metal, air, 3 power, vehicles, power, vehicles, power, vehicles, power. Now I put 3 or 4 power per factory, whereas I noticed Zypher's only put 2 power per factory. So hopefully that doesn't hinder things. So we've got that going up. And then this side, what we've got coming out. So we've just got lots of scouts everywhere so far, and I've come for a scout here too. I'm going to come and see what's going on. I want to check that I can get in with my spark drop, which I haven't actually collected yet. But I didn't realise he's actually got a scout on me here at this point, and he's now got another scout on me. So I've got a scout on him, he's got a scout on me. He can actually see my scout. Yeah, he can, but he's not doing anything about it. But he's now got fighters coming out. So I've got now a bomber ready and some fighters to come and see if I can take out any fabricators. I can see this fabricator in my sights, in my radar, in my vision. So I'll come in and quite swiftly take that out. I try and take out this scout as well in a minute, but as you can see, that didn't go well. I don't know what happened, but the bomber was totally off. Oh, it did work. When I was playing, I didn't think that worked, which is great. Brilliant. So that hindered him a little bit. Now he's pushing down this way with, or they, might not be a he, are pushing down this way with the metal expansion. I am kind of erratically building metal expansions, and I've got a factory just out the back here to start getting some units out. I have neglected to see what this is doing, so I haven't actually targeted that. As with these units, they're just sitting ducks at the moment. They're not being helpful, they're not doing anything. I have another fabricator coming out over here, which is going to go and get me some metal spots around here, I believe. Okay, I've got things going now. These fabricators are now coming. I must have done a select all unused fabricators because they're now coming over here. I was planning to get them to get this metal, but they've obviously got other ideas. So they're now coming over this way, and we're going to start lock down this area. Zypher is still building out. He's got vehicle fabricators out. He's also got radar up, which is a good shout because I don't have radar up anywhere as yet, and that's something. Oh, there's one coming up here. That's something I really need to work on. Is just getting radar up to just see when units are coming. Commander's still doing his Q. I've got one there, but that's not very helpful when like a proxy like this. Although you probably should get some factories up here. Can see my units coming a mile off. and you'll see why that's helpful. So yeah, these units are now doing these metals. I've got some air over here. It looks like Zypher has patrolled his air. So that's going around there. We've got fabricators over here. And then we've got, yeah, he's building out all these metals. I wonder what he's up to. Don't know. He's getting fabricators out. Bomber goes down. I see his anti-air. He's sticking anti-airs out of all these spaces. But I managed to pick off some more fabs, which is fantastic. So now that area and that anti-air won't be built, but obviously I don't really do anything with that at that point because I see the air coming in, so I push off. Meanwhile, Zypher has an army building here of tanks. He's pushing them in. On my side, I'm spreading out my armies into little pockets. I still haven't taken out his vision, so he's got vision on me, which is not cool. But I am getting these sort of proxy bases up to start getting units out all over the place. These 3 fabs are doing over there. I did get a couple of air fabs out to try and get them to just get metal everywhere. But I don't think I utilised them very well. I did utilise them occasionally, but I was hoping to just, you know, like collect metal in areas that might take a while, or just, you know, hope for the best, see if they can get what they can get. Bearing that I haven't seen any of his air coming around the map as yet, so yeah, I was hoping I can get what I can get there. Vehicles coming out here. Still haven't taken down that. I just noticed in the sort of corner of that picture-in-picture, the bombers are coming in. I sent these in. I don't know if I saw them. I don't know if I was paying attention. Oh, yes, I was, because I brought in my air. So there, let's see if I can take out all of his bombers. And his air force. I have got a second factory up at this point, so I've got lots of vehicles, but I've also got 2 air factories because I quite like air dominance. Now I've started building T2. My economy is holding on okay. I'm a little bit behind in power though, and that is always good. My commander's not doing anything. Oh, just so I say that, I'm starting to build storage because I noticed I was floating for a few seconds there. So I can build some storage and then obviously change my mind by accident. That's probably an accident. Oh, commander's now coming to help this. And this at this point is where my power actually tanks, so it just drops and will cause me issues. Meanwhile, Zypher has this big section of army, and he's got quite a heavy anti-air. How many anti-air we've got in here? 13 anti-air. I'm guessing because he knows that this army needs to get into my base, and I have bombers, so he knows that. I've got a few vehicles there. These, I'm not really pushing, I'm not raiding, I'm not really doing anything at this point. I'm just trying to build stacks of units everywhere. Meanwhile, these 3 fabricators have built me a much larger proxy, and I'm starting to get units out here. But as you can see, my my power is in the toilet, so everything has slowed down. All of my air has completely all my production has completely stalled at this point, and I've realised, and I'm getting quite a lot of fabricators on getting me power, and I've left 1 on the T2 because I want to make sure that it's still going, still being built, but there's only 1. Now I have seen this army coming in, and I think, oh crap, that's quite a lot of units, and most of them are flame tanks. I think I must have sent that forwards and not seen it until they were dying. So I start to try and pull when I see it. I don't know if I've seen it yet. I did see it, but I don't know if I'm reacting in any way. It doesn't look like I'm reacting. Okay, I've seen it now. I'm getting all these units to come forwards. I need to protect this. Power's online, so hopefully lots of units come out. But silly, I didn't put any of these factories coming this way. They're all still going to their original points of interest, really. And all these units are over here. They're not being very helpful at the moment. Obviously they're coming in. I'm sending these units in. I don't want to get too close because I notice they're all flame tanks, and flame tanks are incredibly powerful, but they're all very close range. The problem with what I've done here is I haven't kept him at bay. I've kind of allured him in by moving back into my base. But what it did give me was time to try and get in more units, I guess, so that's something. My T2 isn't up yet, so I realise I need to get T2 up to try and deal with this army, at least get a couple out. I'm building some double laser turrets to try and take them out. I don't know how effective these were actually, probably not hugely, because as I say, flame tanks are incredibly strong. Start getting some slammers out, and like boosting slammers out to try and get them out as soon as possible. I do have the resources for it. I'm pulling back my army to try and deal with it, and I think I'm trying to get these in over here to distract him, and I accidentally bring these with me, which was a bit of a fail. And I kind of think, you know, I might be able to deal with this, but I'm not on a good footing at this point, because I think I can also see this in my vision. Air, I've moved over here, didn't really pay attention. I'm just trying to apply some pressure. That slammer is just wandering in and dying. Where are all my units going? Where are all of them going? But I need to get this load of units in to deal with this. So he's making a right mess of my base at this point. Proper mess, quite frankly. He's ravaged it. My power is completely shot. And as soon as I can deal with this, the better, really. Commander's doing something. Oh, Commander's back on power duty. We deal with those, and then I realise this another group of units is coming in to my commander. So I get my commander out there and I stick that over here. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get units coming forwards. I want to try and hassle him. He needs to take out these. But this group of units can deal with this. I've got T2 in here, as well as lots of decent T1 tanks and flame tanks. So that is that scared me a bit, and it made me think, oh, he's really pushed hard. Meanwhile, I've managed to get these units to take out this little proxy he had, or they had. And power is my main, so I'm concentrating on power now. I'm getting commanders seems to be boosting out doxers for some reason. I don't know why I did that. I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I was trying to get him to build. I think he was meant to be building metal. But I accidentally obviously clicked that. I seen a group of units, or did I not? Did I not see them? I think I've just sent these to go forwards. And because I want to start applying some pressure to him first. I did have a radar up here, so I can see. Oh, I can see this group of units coming in. No, I can't, because my radar needs power, and I don't have any power, which is an issue. But luckily, these aren't too far out of my base, so yeah, I'm starting to try and apply some pressure. I'm very aware he's now got T2 vehicles. However, he's only building... Oh, that's on the wonk. Building fabrication, by the looks of things. I'm now sending tanks into metal spots because I want to start denting the economy, start doing some raiding. These guys are just hassling. I'm all over the place hassling. This load of units were kind of ambushed from the side, quite honestly. So, and I do have some T2 in there as well. One slammer. So that hopefully, and there's T2 here, I can get rid of this army. And now I'm more confident because I can't see any more from I did a bit of scouting with the remaining of my air, and I can't see any more. And now I can start applying pressure, taking out metal spots and the like, and I've got units everywhere. I wonder what he can see. So he can see me sort of just coming in and annoying from all directions. But he doesn't have much on the map anymore. So he's got these big groups of army. He can see these coming in on radar. So yeah, I've got a lot of production here, but they're all kind of pooling in different places. I've just decided to send Docs a bit of a patrol in this area because I was worried that there was going to be, he'd got these metals I wanted to take out those metals. Meanwhile, fabrication, I'm really high on metal in comparison to him, but all my fabrication seems to be not doing anything. I believe I get some going again, but I'm concentrating on trying to hassle him. He's trying to, or they're trying to fly swap me. Yeah, I see at this point that they have T2 levelers. So I realise, oh damn it. And they've also got a lot of air. And during the raid over here, they used a lot of air. They got rid of a lot of my air. So I've seen this big group of units coming this way. Obviously I have a lot of factories here. I'm putting up some lasers. And I'm starting to use walls a bit more effectively, or at least trying to. So hopefully in a minute I put a couple of walls up because they're so good at defending. See, I can take this laser's doing a great job now because there's no walls kind of getting in the way. So I've now got this army that I can come and hit here. He is trying to hit back with all of these. Meanwhile, I've got this big gaggle of units here that I am now mobilizing, and I have in my base, I'm getting out some stitches and other fabricators to rebuild and reclaim metal. More importantly, I want to get my eco back online, and the easiest way to do that in my base is to just reclaim all the dead structures. Power is also queued up here. I think commander's on power, so now I'm in the green for everything. I'm confident I'm getting T2 vehicles because I realise I'm going to need more firepower if he's got T2 vehicles. I've got this gaggle of units are coming in, but I do have lots of T2 slammers, which should make light work of this lot of units, which it does very handily if. Yeah, there we go. So that's done. Now, they've got this big army here, but I think they've kind of realised... So they're protecting their T2 fabricator, and he's going T2 economy. And he's catching up a little bit, but power is still an issue for them. That looks like it's abandoned. I think I might have taken out a T2 fabricator on this side at one point. They're retreating to base. Because I have this big sort of units in. He's got lots of anti-air now, and it's still coming out, and it's something I do all the time. But the anti-air he should have stopped building that a long time ago, because they should have realised that I don't have any planes really causing any issues anymore. So yeah, that's something. Anyway, that gets totally wiped out. I'm coming in this side as well with some T2 anti-air and just a sort of generalised mix of tanks and doxers. There's a T2 fabricator going down, which is good. And I also have this lot of doxers here, and his commander is here. So I'm round this side. I'm getting an air factory up because I'm going to do some Vanguard drops, because I've never really done those, and it's something I'd like to. But my slammers, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, really, and I won. But so that was I really enjoyed that. Not because I won, although that's always a nice thing, obviously, but because I really thought I was losing at one point. I really thought I was on the back foot, and somehow I managed to hold it together. I got all of this metal locked down separately. I managed to sneak these through. So he had lots of army here at one point. Where was it? Was it here? Yeah, there. There was two armies, and the fabricators. I just wanted to get up onto here because I realised they weren't there, so I could claim all this metal. But yeah, so that was great because I managed to pull it back, which is always a really good feeling. So thank you very much for watching. Any tips are very, very welcome. I'm always trying to improve my game. Please put them down in the comments down below. Find me on Discord if you want a game. Discord link down below as well. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you all later. Cheers, bye.